What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Base Damage. We are doing a little bit of a throwback here. Recording how we used to because we are going to be giving basically the report and everything for how the Duluth regionals went for us, other stuff that happened and everything. But we're still in the hotel. So obviously it's not going to be the same level of quality that we're used to recording like over Discord and stuff. So it's kind of a throwback because this is what we used to do back like the first podcast episodes
with the same people.
Literally the same people minus like Brower.
Well, no, even then, like the original was just us.
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah,
the OG first couple episodes was just us three.
Pretty much. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. So it is Cade. We have Joe.
Hello.
We have Moroku.
Hi.
So I figure it would be best to go ahead and record this while everything was still fresh in our brains. Apologies once again for the quality, but we are going to discuss some stuff. I'd like to get more people who also went, because we got to meet a lot of great people. We're going to get into that. Maybe with a future one, try to get some other people's perspectives on stuff, because we got to meet a lot of people from the Discord, which was really, really awesome.
Yes, having everyone come together and having a Discord meetup, fan meetup, whatever you want to call it, everyone met up. And then we got to meet the most punchable face in Weiss Schwarz, too. That was fantastic on top of it.
AKA Lunchbox. Now, that's how Joe, he walks up and Joe goes, "Oh, look, the most punchable face in Weiss." It was just funny. But I got to thinking about that because even Lunchbox pointed out that like we've known him for the podcast episodes ever since like 2016, 2017 or something.
Yep.
And I've only just met him in person this weekend. Like, crazy. Did you ever meet him in person before?
No, he's never been on East Coast.
I don't know if you saw like a Springfest or something.
So, no.
So he actually flew from California. We had a whole bunch of other people come up from Louisiana, from Virginia, because we had Space Cowboy, Joker, Fanta, Fear.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously Desmond was there. I think he did. Him and Joker probably did the best out of all of us.
Yes, they did.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
JoJo Carey, and then what was Joker running?
Joker was doing a Hololive Rusia.
Okay.
Like I said, I'd like to get their perspectives as well, and we can have this in a future thing as well. But like I said, this is kind of a throwback, and everything's fresh in our minds. We were recording this the day that it happened in our hotel room. So forgive the AC that just kicked on. So I guess we should start with what we were running. Then how far we got. Today was very interesting. So obviously we drove down from North Carolina.
Yep.
And we got in there. I was running 8 salvage Hololive. Tim was running Corone Choice and Suisei Pants Hololive. And Joe was running
Slime. I had the Muron back combo
with the level 3. Is the Muron combo with the level 3 Rimuru?
Yes.
So it was 4 Pants, 4 Choice.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one we had been working on for a while, trying to figure out how you wanted to run that.
To be exact, because I explained people who were asking, they didn't know what Rimuru I was talking about. It's the all-piercing light Rimuru.
Yeah, there's a level 3 all-piercing light that works with more copies on field. You can pay the cost more.
It's the set 3 yellow.
Yeah.
3.
Does that have Demon Lord trait?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
Okay, cool. So.
Actually, no, it doesn't.
No, the red level 3 has the Demon Lord.
Yeah, the
red one does.
Yeah, this just has Demon Continent and Slime.
Okay. So he obviously said he wanted to try to work on that whenever we go to Tampa. So we're going to see if we can improve upon that. So I guess I will go first, mostly because I want to go ahead and discuss this. Speaking of meeting people that I've known forever at this point, So with Bushi Nav, it shows the handle of your opponent. I didn't know this. Like I said, I haven't been back to a regional since they instituted Bushi Nav. So the first person I get paired against says Weiss God, and I'm like, why do I know this name? Why does it sound familiar? And my opponent shows up, and I'm like, and obviously I didn't recognize him because I'd never met him. I had never seen him before. But we get to playing, or we get to waiting for them to do the opening ceremonies and everything. And we're sitting there. We've literally had our opening hands and our mulligan and everything, just sitting there waiting. And we get to talking with some of the other players around us, saying, hey, where'd y'all come from? This, that. And my opponent goes, yeah, I came from Texas. And I'm like, wait, I only know one Weiss player from Texas. What's your name, dude? He goes, oh, I'm Riaz. I'm like, motherfucker. So Riaz, aka, for anyone in the Weiss community who doesn't recognize that name, is, I think it's at least twice. He's at least won Worlds twice.
He won Worlds 2 times in a row. Same deck.
The same deck. Mm-hmm. And we had him on the podcast years ago, back when we were still using like Skype to record the stuff for the interviews for that. So another person I've known for probably 8 years, and I'm like, oh, what's up, dude? He's like, what? I'm like, I'm Cade. He goes, no fucking way. Like just the immediate like, yo, what's good? So it was hilarious to finally meet him in person and play against him first round. Mm-hmm. I thought was just crazy.
See, for me, I know Fear, I know Desmond, I knew them before.
Yeah, I know
base and all. Well, I knew them because of base, but I mean, I met them before, and you know, when I went to Florida, I met Desmond and hung out with him and such.
You met him when we went to Atlanta before.
Yes.
Yeah. So because we met him along with the rest of the boys from Waifu Wars.
And then when I went to Tampa during COVID, the very beginning of it, I met up with him again and a couple other people that, you know, back in the day we hung out with and played Weiss. Now I don't know what they're doing, but
it's been a hot minute.
Yes, the big meet for me was our boy Lunchbox.
Yes.
After all the interviews, all the messages, all the shooting back and forth.
Yeah.
Finally get to meet the legend himself of the community.
It was great. Like that was something because we all met up the night before the regionals at Wasteland Gaming.
Yes.
Not sponsored, but anyway, we rocked up there because we were like stuck with traffic and stuff on the way there, and so everybody was just waiting for us to show up. And so we'd be able to meet like everybody there at the same time, and Lunchbox was there. We're going ahead and calling him out on this one as well. We'll get back to the pairings in a second here, where he forgot to bring his English deck and accidentally brought his JP deck. So the day before we left, he's like, yo, do y'all have this Hololive stuff? And immediately, like, me and Moroku were like, I think we have, like,
it was like
99.
midnight the night before.
Yeah.
Yes.
We put it together, brought it up there. He's like, okay, I just need to pull, like, these cards from, like, the premium booster.
And then he played the gacha twice and pulled one.
Yeah. He got one after buying, like, 2 of the premium booster boxes. The level 3 Mume, which is great. So second round, okay, so we're going to go because there's an order of operations here. So first round, I played Riaz. I got my ass handed to me. I may have forgot Shauna was a thing with the Yuji when I chose to play the Maureen top end with Burn. So that's my fault. So I got my ass handed to me. So Joe.
I went against a guy from Charlotte.
Which is hilarious.
Oddly enough, he was playing 7 Deadly. And he was playing a Burn 4 guy. I don't remember the name. It was like a demon.
Oh, Hendrickson.
Henderson. Yeah, he played that one.
Did he wear glasses?
No, this guy I was playing with wasn't wearing glasses.
Okay.
There was a different guy he ended up playing in the side event that had that.
Yeah, no, this guy didn't.
No.
He might have been born.
Yes. So you literally played meta 7 Docents.
Yeah, but I was doing perfectly fine against it. The only reason why it didn't work out for me is by the time I refreshed, I went to Brainstorm and I milled 3 right off the top.
Oh,
and then
hurts.
I went from 2-3 to dead.
Yeah.
But I mean, piercing light did damage. He was at like 3-6 at the beginning of my what was it? By the time I went there, I went 2-3, then I went to 3-2, then I did piercing light on him. Then I pushed him to 3-6. He canceled the rest.
Uh-huh.
And then for me, he basically rushed after the Henderson.
Yeah.
And
the Hendrickson's nasty.
And that pretty much just went from there. I didn't heal anything in between. I didn't even draw climaxes. They were all in the bottom.
Oh damn.
Those top 3 were the only 3 I had. And that was it.
So RNG's is kind of fucked you on that one.
Disclaimer before we even go through all the rankings, my deck worked perfectly fine.
Honestly, same. Like I feel like we feel like both of ours performed exactly as intended, but Weiss happened.
Yep.
So
I'm gonna be real. Mine started working in the side event. It didn't play for shit during the main event.
we will definitely get into the side event because that was another funny thing. So we're waiting for pairing. So when we get the pairings and everything, here's Moroku, because this was legend. I could not believe this.
Round 1, Mr. Box himself.
He gets paired again. He leans over and shows me his phone, and it says Lunchbox. No fucking way. And he's like, so you point straight at him like, come on. So you get paired again. This isn't like, you probably had the least interaction with him out of all of us, and you got paired against.
This is my interaction with him.
Exactly. Your first real interaction with him was
Sup?
with the cards we gave him, proceeded to just kick ass. But sorry, carry on.
I mean, that there really isn't a whole lot to say. It was a real struggle, and he had, triple combo.
Yeah.
When he hit level 1, so
yeah, he kind of went off to the races with that.
Yeah. Not a whole lot you can make up for with that kind of advantage.
So, all 3 of us lost our first round.
Yep.
So, going into this event, me and Moroku have a history of constantly getting paired against each other at our locals.
No matter the card game?
No matter the card game, whether it's Yu-Gi-Oh!, Weiss, whatever. And so he looked me dead in the eye when we came down here and said, if I get fucking paired against you round 1, I'm dropping from this fucking tournament. And I'm like, I believe you. So instead we got paired round 2.
They knew I was bullshitting.
And this was 100, how many people did they say?
130.
130 people, and we somehow get paired against each other. So, okay, 130. Half of them had to have lost and or got double elimination or some double
Call it
elimination.
60, just to be on the
just to
be on the low side.
On of the 60 people that could have been paired against each other, you and I somehow.
Yeah.
The fuck. So we played it out. You beat me because initially he was like, "Fuck, I'm like, no, dude, let's play it out." So you beat me.
I did not deserve that one. I'll be fair.
It's whatever. A win's a win.
Triple modding 2 turns in a row.
I triple marined this fucker. My deck ran exactly as intended the rest of the fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
But I triple marined and he's just like, nope. So, but the win's a win. I mean, you survived. Literally, Refresh Point has a T-shirt they were giving. It's like, if you have video evidence of surviving triple Gura, we will give you a T-shirt. So... we need one. I survived triple Mari (parentheses) twice. So that was ours. That was a really quick update on that one. So Joe, your second.
What is it? Quince Itsuki build.
The 8 salvage Itsuki. Yeah.
Yeah. Which.
It's a hell of a thing.
Yeah. Well, they never really did anything.
Really?
Because they canceled everything. By the time I died, they just got to level 2.
That
And that was the one where I dropped all 3 Rimarus, and I dropped a whole hand for 2 per, and they healed off all of it.
They just said nope repeatedly.
Mm-hmm. So if you're asking how they do that, they burned 1, healed that. They didn't get a 0, so no burns. And then they healed the Rimuru attack. And that happened, that was 6 times back to back they healed.
That's fair. So then going into round 3, I played against Chainsaw Man, the Aki top end. Which, for those who don't know, the level 3 Aki is restricted to 2 copies like Gura is. And he was able to get that off at the very end. I still Mari'd him. I still got them like triple Mari'ing off on him, but he somehow survived as well. But at that point, it wasn't so much an issue of canceling, it's that he was so far ahead in damage on me. Well, I was at level 3. He was like 2-3, 2-4. So I'm like, I have to push.
Yeah.
But my deck functioned exactly as intended. But he got it in the end. Even with just 2 Akis, he still pulled him off on me. So that deck is still a thing. But I did ask him about that. I was like, okay, how? Like, obviously he had been pared down because we were both 0-2. So he said the deck was still pretty much functioning, but there was just, because of the restrictions on it, it just couldn't function how he wanted. But either way, he got the win. And after 0-3 at that point, I decided to drop from the tournament and go to the side events. And I think that's basically what happened with all of us round 3.
Yes, for me, I went against Hololive. So the girl said she built the deck at 2 a.m. because she couldn't find her other deck. So she had 20 cards, and then she borrowed 2 leftovers from a trial deck and put it together. And I pretty much was taking the lead until she bombed my whole field, which you saw was the same girl we did stuff with at the side event.
He discovered he discovered Hachima today.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting it to come out of nowhere because there was no signs or anything to go with it. And she's just like,
it requires no combo. That's the thing.
Yeah, well, I know stuff works with it that would give giveaways.
So even crazier, there's a level 3 Ollie that you can play the Hachima, climax phase, play the Ollie climax. Beginning of attack phase is when both climax combos go off where the Ollies can summon themselves. But you get to choose the order. So you blow up everything first, then summon 2 Ollies. And you just swing with an entire field. So you didn't receive that, but you still went, oh, I have a full field. Does Hexproof stop this? I'm going to go, no.
Yeah, it was just how it was being done.
Non-targeting.
Yeah. But yeah, it was non-targeting.
Yeah. Don't worry, I've got that deck in the kitchen. You'll see it soon.
I've teched that into random stuff in the past. And just maybe I didn't play it on you.
No. Never gone against it.
So he learned that, and so then after that you dropped.
Yep. Dropped.
Okay.
I gave her the win before we even finished that match because it was coming at time.
Because I think when I looked over after that happened, you had no hand.
Yeah, no, I dropped everything. I Rimmeroed, she took that. I Benny Maroed, she healed that. And I did
Oh, so you had pitched everything for the cost for stuff to try to push damage. Got you. Okay.
Because I was on the end, but she healed the Muron here, and I think she took the burn but healed the actual attack.
Okay. Because when I looked over after all that happened, I saw you draw a card and that was it. I'm like, where's the rest of it? Okay, something happened with the rest of his hand. But and so your third round?
So round 3, I played 7 Deadly Sins.
Okay.
And apparently, I don't know what 7 Deadly Sins do at this point. Because this guy was going through at least half of his deck every turn.
Was it a particular engine?
Brainstormers.
Just brainstormers in general?
The fucking Elizabeth Brainstormer and what's her name?
He's thonkin'.
The King's sister.
Yeah.
Elaine. Literally just cycle those every turn. Like, dude didn't even play, like, anything above level 1 characters. He was just cycling this and was just going through a deck every turn.
Which is crazy. So, I didn't realize that had that kind of speed in that regard.
I didn't either.
Like, obviously I knew people run the Elizabeths. I had never seen the Elaine really go crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know.
So, sorry.
Last I checked,
the phone.
7 Deadly Sins was a kind of a joke deck. And
I mean,
no, it's still good. It's still.
I mean,
viable.
it wasn't even so much a. I mean, there was the only good thing for a long while was the Escanor combo.
Yeah, Escanor, Gil Thunder.
Yeah. Then when the whole thing, like, where you couldn't run the Escanor with the Gil Thunder to ensure, like, stupid, retarded amounts of damage, then people discovered, oh, wait, Hendrickson's a card. They found out, and they went, oh, we can work with this. And I'm like, this card's been in the game since, like, for a while.
Yeah, it's a,
Yeah, people just are weird. That's the takeaway from that. So then after that, you dropped.
yeah.
So all three of us just kind of got raffle wrecked today, but I went in with that fully expecting something similar to that to happen. I was like, I'm gonna get destroyed. Everyone else might do great, but I'm gonna get destroyed personally. So I wasn't hopeful, but that comes from like how many regionals and from different card games that I've played. I just always assume the worst, you know. But it doesn't to me in the end. It does not matter because, like I said, I was able to meet so many people and got to put faces to names. We also met Fate. We met I'm trying to remember everybody that showed up. If I haven't said your name, I'm so sorry. It was a lot of people. And then other people that I didn't expect to see either that all of a sudden were there. And I'm like, oh, dude, what's up? And so like Desmond's introducing me to other people. Just a whole bunch of, just lots of people that I enjoyed. We went to Korean barbecue the night before, stayed out till like fucking midnight. That was great.
24-hour Korean barbecue. Never thought I'd see it outside of Las Vegas.
So yeah, that was honestly kind of surprising. It was delicious, just very expensive, but that's Korean barbecue for you. So, personally, my favorite part was the side event.
Yeah, the side event was interesting.
I decided, where I had some other decks on me. As a meme, I brought a Konosuba Darkness deck because of Space Cowboy. I've had the deck, but it's just kind of been bare bones budget version. Minus like the level 3s going up in price and shit. That's whatever. So I went 0-3 in Swiss for the regionals. We had to play 6 games to get like the promos on the side event. I won every single game with Darkness. Yeah, I didn't play against Slime. I didn't play against Shauna and whatnot. But whatever. I had a much better record in the side event than I did in the others.
Then earlier, right before we started the whole thing, I ended up trading my old Love Live Sunshine deck that I never used anymore.
07's in chat.
To Earth, Weave, and Fire.
Earth, Wave, and Fire, we met him. So.
And so with a trade of money and a deck, to which I became an owner of an actual Overlord deck.
Yeah.
That is functional and, what is it, meta? Is it supposed to be meta?
You literally have meta Overlord right now.
Like, it is, like, within a few cards.
Yeah, I don't know.
I will double check because, I mean, I don't remember the entire deck list. I know a lot of the key cards, but I know there's a lot of stuff you can kind of tweak depending on your place, like how you prefer to play the deck.
So I got that, and I used it in the side event. First time ever picking up those cards. I went 2-6, and it wasn't from a lack of trying, but I mean, I got to know the deck.
Yeah.
And by the last match, I knew it, and I won. Because burning for 5 instances of 1 is kind of nice.
It's nuts. So, and Moroku basically just went in with the same deck you were running for the region for the Swiss rounds,
but it actually worked.
But then it was
I think I went like 3-3.
But still, that you popped off when you did, and even in the games I watched that I saw you lose, you still popped off.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, at that point, the deck just seemed to go, oh, you're no longer doing something important. Okay, let's do something now.
I almost question if that's a thing where it's like there was the pressure of like, okay, we want to do well. We expect to get our teeth kicked in, but we want to try to do well. And then that pressure was gone afterwards, and then like for the side of it.
Pressure my ass. That was just Corona not being in my hand. For fucking 2 levels.
Doggo does what Doggo wants. Let's be real.
So the thing I found funny, we all tried to hurry to get through the side event. Because before, they weren't really watching and paying attention to side events, but this year they were, because you need to judge, approve, like sign-offs.
Every single match.
So our friend, Fear, ran the Milky Homes Learn to Play to try and help speed stuff up. It didn't speed anything up. If anything, some matches took longer.
I don't know, mine and his game went pretty quick.
Well, I saw some of the matches he was in, and I think they were like 35, 40 minutes, something like that.
Which is crazy. Well, I mean, they weren't timed like for the side event thing. It was literally, so for anyone who doesn't know how the side events go, they have you play games against just a certain number of other people, and you get promos, you get other stuff off of it. In the past, where I've done this before at previous Atlanta regionals, we would just kind of go off to the side and fuck off for like 30 minutes and be like, yeah, we finished 3 games, come back and get our promos. But they're like, but they've obviously cracked down on that. They're like, no, we're gonna make you sit through that.
We're gonna make you spend 4 hours doing this.
But honestly, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it by the end of it. It was a little crazy.
I mean, today has been the most Weiss I've played in probably 5 years.
Yeah. I mean, even outside of the games we've been doing on...
But even then, we'd only get in like 1 or 2 games.
Yeah. Because life happens and or the games run long because, Weiss happens. So that happens, but then being around the other like-minded individuals... It sounded like someone was trying to get in the fucking door just then. Anyway, being around other like-minded individuals and... meeting all these people that we've wanted to meet and have talked with, I love that kind of environment. I really miss this. I don't want to go back, but I know I have to. So, for any of the people from the Discord, Riaz or Lunchbox, obviously everybody, I enjoy being able to meet y'all, and I cannot wait for more to happen in the future. So.
Yeah, maybe. I had some shower thoughts.
Literally.
Yeah. We have a charity event that happens at our local game store. So maybe next year we can organize something for the base people to try and come out.
That would be cool.
And try to spread Weiss back in our community to try to revive it.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of things we can do. Now that we actually met in person, should help motivate to bring people to certain places and stuff. I think
Absolutely.
I think it'd be nice.
It would be very, very nice to be able to, especially being able to get back into the groove of going to locals and everything. Obviously with my trucking schedule, which if it hasn't been announced by the time this comes out, I'm no longer truck driving. So my schedule, the videos are going to not be as planned out. I say that because where I had to fucking upload like 6 or 8 videos at Joe's house like every single time I was back home. Not doing that now. But being able to... Sorry, I'm trying to get my thoughts together. Our brains are all frazzled from this, so completely forgive us if it feels like we're just all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about getting locals back together. Being able to get something organized where we're like, hey, this specific week or this specific day of the week, we're going to try to meet up and get to doing this again. Especially because COVID also like fucked over like a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. Where even the weeks that I was home, we couldn't do anything.
Exactly.
So, granted, being able to play like on the simulator and everything helps a lot when Bushi isn't taking stuff down. Oh, okay. So another big thing that actually got revealed to us like 2 or 3 nights ago, as of the recording of this, I think it got fixed. I don't know. But there was a big fuck up on Bushi's part. And it didn't really seem to be an issue today. Where they basically didn't make the Dengeki Bunko set Neo standard.
Mm-hmm.
So on the Weiss site, basically, like I said, I think it's been fixed. At least by the time this comes out, it should be fixed. I don't know. But for a certain amount of time... you technically couldn't run all the cards in Dengeki Bunko, like the Shana cards, the SAO cards, Excel World, and there was like 2 others. You couldn't run those in the other sets. you had to run them only with Dengeki Bunko because of how it was described on the English Weiss site. Where that's not the case. You should, like in JP, you should be able to mix them. In fact, obviously there was the level 3 from the Dengeki Bunko set, the level 3 Shana, that everyone was like, we have to run this for the Shana deck, and obviously it's very powerful because of that. So because of the little fucky wucky, everyone's like, yeah, no, if I sit across from a Shana person, I'm just gonna be like, Judge, they can't drop this level 3. You know, but it doesn't seem like that really became an issue today. I maybe heard people call for a judge like 2 or 3 times, and that was it.
But it was just general questions.
It was like general stuff. It wasn't for that.
Yeah, good thing I'm not a gambling man, because boy, I was putting money on people who were gonna, play and call it.
You wanted to see people.
I wanted to see discourse. That's what I wanted.
He rocked up to Duluth.
I wanted to see 35 people heads with their hung low and walk out because they got disqualified on a technicality that Bushiroad fucked up on.
Oh my god. Please, sir, I want violence. So, Joe, you feel... Do we need to turn this into a therapy thing where you have some pent-up aggression?
No, I personally think that'd be hilarious. That, like a week after the set drops, like a big, huge, like, conspiracy thing happens, like, and then 35 people get disqualified from the regionals.
Like, okay, I'm not to the same level of violence that we were joking, but I can partially agree with you on that. I do feel when Bushi fucks up like this, there needs to be like a knee-jerk reaction. That obviously the players were like probably immediately going, hey, you fucked up, and probably informed them of it and everything. More than likely that was happening. Mm-hmm. But they need kind of that, like, not just a like, oh, like someone tapping them on the shoulder going, hey, you fucked up. They need someone to throw water in their face. And something like that where you would have a bunch of people trying to call that ruling and trying to go, hey, this isn't how it is. Like trying to do that exact thing we were talking about. Doing that and like making Bushi a bit more aware of it, mm-hmm. I feel is that kind of not so much of a slap to the face, but it's a bigger wake up call than just simply someone kind of going up to him, you fucked up, and walking off. They shouldn't be able to get away with that kind of shit. I'm sorry. I understand, like, typos happen and stuff like that, but when you don't address it for so long, that's when the players get agitated. Mm-hmm. So, luckily, it doesn't seem to have been an issue today with the regionals and everything like that. But we will see in the future.
Yep, quality control is a thing.
So, let's see. I'm trying to think of what else. They had several local game stores in there as the vendors and everything. People that I bought from cards from on TCG Player before. Like Win Condition Games was one of the vendors I bought from them before. Even if it wasn't expensive stuff like it was today. I bought some very cheap SPs that were very, very nice. I'm trying to think of what else.
We bought some card supplies.
Some neat little cards. Yeah, potential... some packs of sleeves for future giveaways. Feel free to join the Discord if you want.
Yeah, sneak peek. Once the YouTube channel hits 1,000, Discord members are going to have a nice little surprise coming for them.
Yep. I want to do something good to give back to specifically the Discord, not just the YouTube in general, but all the people in the Discord community. I want to find a way to try to give something back to them. If that involves having Joe make an OnlyFans where he pours barbecue sauce on his feet,
Lord have mercy, not again.
That got brought up like several times.
No, that's for them to try and figure out, and that you'll probably figure out if you join the Discord, and we're gonna leave it at that.
Or maybe check the description of. Kidding. The link might be in there. I don't know. So no. But that's what I love. I like being able to meet up with these people and just joke around and have that kind of like fuckery going about. What are you chuckling about?
If you want to see more, go to onlytoes.com/Joe Schmo.
Onlytoes.com. Feet Finder, people. Remember, Feet Finder.
I'm the one here with the big shoes. I'm surprised I'm not the target of this thing.
Hey, man. You'd make a killing on Feet Finder.
Apparently. I don't know.
And then you get tracked down and tranquilized for being a Sasquatch.
I know, right? I'm here. What was that? Oh, God. Fall over. You do it just as a fucking joke. I love it. Oh, man. Oh, let's see. So, other things that happened today.
I mean, not much. We mostly sat around, played, talked. I will say, I think might be a good perfect ending note. No good deed goes unpunished. I'm blaming us getting kicked out of our room on Lunchbox.
Okay, so this morning, when we went down to go get breakfast before the regionals, as we walked into the lobby of the hotel, there's water pouring down from the ceiling. And we obviously immediately thought of Connor from Trash Taste, where he's like, "Yeah, I left on the bath as I went to go play Teamfight Tactics." But they're like, "Yeah, we basically found out today, after all that was said and done, that the pipe burst." So we're just chilling in our hotel room after all was said and done, and before we were like, we're going to record this, and the phone rang, and they're like, "Hey, yeah, for some reason, all the rooms with your exact number are all connected to the same pipeline.
With 08 in the number.
And, yeah, we need to move you to a different room before Moroku flushes the toilet." And sure enough, we've moved, and it's
very small.
A little more cozy.
Compared.
Joe is scared that he's going to wake up in the middle of the night and just
have someone staring over me.
7 days.
7 days.
No. But no, it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. We have plenty of space and stuff for sleeping. But it was really crazy because I'm like, we're like, there's a hole in the ceiling where water's pouring out. I see it dripping through one of the light bulb sockets. I'm just like, yeah, that's not supposed to do that. I'm not a plumber, but that's not supposed to work like that.
I mean, I'm not an electrician, but I can tell you that water's not supposed to come out of a light socket.
Exactly. So that was really, really bad for that one. So yeah, so we will end it in a minute here because we are very exhausted mentally, emotionally,
and we're getting a visit from Lunchbox soon. So
yes,
we kind of
need
to focus. Go say hi to him.
We were like, oh yeah, we need to get back our cards before he flies back.
We only gave him a deck,
so I don't care. It's like it's nothing that was like super egregious, but I mean whatever.
Yeah, but it was my ambassador son, so I do need.
Oh yeah, you do need that. So we will be signing off in a second here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to really report. Like I said, I want to get another thing of other members of the Discord to hop in and discuss stuff as well. Shout outs to Joker because he specifically got they were going to do a top 16 cut, and he got 17th place. We're sitting there going, please, somebody fail deck check so my boy can get in there.
Which, didn't they call, like, the top 20 to stay
around?
Yeah,
they call the top 20 to stay around.
They specifically did that because of instances like that in the past. So if someone in the top 16 failed deck check, the next couple people below had the chance to get moved up and get brought into the top cut. But for once, that didn't happen.
Yeah, there aren't people running. There aren't teams running across the whole convention center because they heard that you know they're in 9th place and now they got to go to 8th.
Yeah, so that was a little bit crazy. At least not for Weiss. There wasn't any failed deck checks. We don't know about the Shadowverse or the.
I heard when me and Fear were sitting out in the lobby, some of the Vanguard people came out. I don't know if they failed or not, but they were complaining, talking about their sleeves were cracked in multiple places and stuff like that, and they weren't
shuffling too hard.
Yeah, something like that. But they were complaining that the judge kept shuffling, moving, feeling them up, doing their job,
feeling them up, but maybe a little too efficiently to the point that something might have got damaged.
So from how he was describing, it's like the crappy like Ultra Pro sleeves. They get the cut like in the corner, and the plastic starts.
Fine.
It was like multiples of those. So, and he said that you could be able to tell if when you're shuffling.
Gotcha.
So,
that's fair. But it was a massive turnout. Hell, honestly, for the Vanguard people, it was huge as well.
Yeah, Vanguard had
a top
500, I think, or something like that.
They had a top 32 cut.
Yeah,
I know
top
that.
32 cut.
It was high 400s. I don't think they hit 500.
Okay.
Which is like insane still to imagine that, and even this for Weiss was
And then
huge.
Weiss was 130, so we'll do 5 just to make it easy. So
Yeah.
630, and that's not including other people that were there playing free. Because as soon as it
There's
started,
Shadowverse, yeah.
there was people just going over to the free area and just playing still.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of those. So
Yeah. So it was crazy. It was good.
yeah, and then tomorrow's another format for Vanguard. And then
No day 2 for Weiss at all.
no day
obviously.
2 for Weiss because everything finishes tonight.
Should
We're
be
finished.
finished. So we will
And
try to find out the
Shadowverse.
results for that later. If future me knows the results by the time he's editing this, I will try to post the results up on screen. If not, I will do a separate tournament report video. Regardless,
I think Bushinav actually has it up on the thing now.
do they is it ended? So okay, so
Hang on.
give a second. They're gonna pull it up. While they're pulling it up, we're gonna see if the full results were posted
Live
for
action.
the top cut and everything. Just fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, it was.
I'll probably still do a tournament report video regardless. While they're doing this, I'm just going to kind of vamp. But basically, just I'll still do a tournament report and try to showcase at least the decks and everything else.
All right. So
Okay, he's got something.
let's see.
it's
So
all good.
Joker got.
Joker got
17th.
17th, so...
So I don't know any of these handles.
You see Weiss God, I know that was him.
Mhm.
I know Jazzy Reporter.
So that's preliminaries. That's not top cut. Rank.
Okay, so this is
This is
not
just
correct.
after Swiss.
So Riaz got 13th.
Top round ranking. It says number 1 is Weiss God with 4 wins.
Oh, so he actually said he won
he
the
won.
thing? He won the thing? Awesome. Oh, yeah, okay, I see the top round ranking.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll just say this stuff. So Riaz won it. So Weiss God Palm Mikabe is second. Olive Garden. They just have the handles up there. Oh, I know Beauty. I know him. G Gordon, Jazzy Reporter, Beauty, WB Chen, J Wills. Yeah. That was the top 8. We'll go from there. And like I said, Weiss Tea Time will have stuff posted very soon. So congrats to Riaz. That's fucking awesome.
He's calling back for a third.
He's trying, man. I don't blame him. I mean, it's just always what he's been about with that. So yeah, I will try to go a bit more in depth on the stuff because I know he was playing Shauna. I don't know a lot of the other people were playing. But I think that is going to be it for this one. Any other closing thoughts as we end this?
Nope, nothing. Just thank you all for coming out for that meetup, fan meet, whatever you want to call it.
It's pretty much. It felt like a fan meetup, and I was like, that's so cool. I like this. And then we still got to meet other people at the thing who are like, wait, y'all are base damage? I'm like, yo.
Yeah, so remember, February, me, Cade, and others will be in Tampa.
Yeah. Mercu says he sadly can't make it as of right now. Maybe that'll change coming up. Who knows?
I don't know when my vacation time refreshes, so
Pending.
probably not. Let me put it like that.
Not likely, but we will see. But at least me and Joe will be going to Tampa, trying to...
At least I got to come to this one.
No, I'm glad, because that's actually a big thing. Sorry, before we do sign off. You've never been to a card game regionals before.
Yeah.
So this was your first, because where I had gone to multiple Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic ones, like way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You had never been to one at all. And so this was your first card game regionals in general, and I thought that was really cool. That you, especially because you got to, like, have it with such a good crowd from way I feel.
Yeah.
It was a really good crowd. So that's really cool. Congrats on popping the cherry for that one. You never forget your first. You really don't. He's like, I don't know. It depends on how much alcohol.
If you had been my first round, it would have been a lot quicker.
Yeah,
And
no.
I would be a lot richer. Because I would have sold off everything.
He's like, nope. At least save me the Hall alive. Anyway.
Screw you. Get your own hollow alive.
It's a get your own. All right.
I'm going to start playing Shadowverse.
He's like, nah, fuck it. Different games entirely. All right, so that is going to be it for us. Thank you all very much for listening. Once again, thank you to all of the Discord people we got to meet. If I didn't say your name in this, I'm very sorry, but I remember meeting each and every person. I just names at this point because my brain is dead is difficult. But thank y'all once again. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want. If not, hey, thanks for stopping by to take a listen to us rant. Once again, apologies for the quality because we're just recording on my phone, like back literally like episode 1 and 2 and all that jazz. So, a little bit of a throwback for the fans who stuck around that long. That is going to be it. We will see y'all on the flip side. Peace.
Bye-bye.
See ya.